Um, so as a mom, when my kids are doing drugs or cigarettes or drinking, it was an unusual situation because it was right out there in the open. Drugs, like not heroin, but marijuana and cocaine. I didn't see the cocaine, but I was told about it, you guys. And these days that has fentanyl in it. So yeah, I am protective of my kids, and I did get angry, and I tried not to get angry at Jerry because I went to Al-Anon, so I learned how to handle it. But because of his issues, one thing he really liked to do is when I had an angry moment, he would scoop the kids up like I was going to hurt them and have to go hide in the, in my family, every once in a while somebody had, kind of a temper. My dad did, my grandma did. But when I did that, Jerry took all the kids like I was going to hurt them. And that's not what it was about at all. It was about the stress of having to live with him and his alcoholism and being so lonely. I couldn't have a partner. I didn't have anybody to play with. He was good at some things. We traveled some and everything, but the underlying addiction was problematic. I mean, he wouldn't admit that he was an addict. He didn't think he was, I guess, because he's a functioning alcoholic. But the intimacy, and then he would do things that rocked my very core of stability, like say a $30,000 loan to his son Randy without talking to me about it for a new car for his son. That was probably the worst that I ever was. He did some stuff. He'd kiss me hard on the ear, come up and sneak and put it in my ear because he knew I'd had, the crazy stuff my parents did with my ears when I was in third grade, and it was very painful. I just want to help where I can. I can understand how trying to sort it out, like why did this happen? Why did I go through this? Why did I go to California? What's going on in my family? And I know that we've had moments of really fun, interesting, connected times with each other. All my kids, we have. And if I had to call the police about drugs, it was just to make a point that this could be very dangerous. If your life goes down this path and you're smoking pot every day, drinking every day. And as a mom, I was uber protective. And if that meant, taking my son to a psychiatric hospital because he's wanting to jump out of the car on the way to King's Dominion, and I just turned the car right around. I said, well, let's go get him checked out. I wanted to make sure he didn't have bipolar, like it wasn't the start of bipolar or something, that we need to treat it as an illness. But right now it seems like everybody hates me, but I know I did some really good stuff for my kids.